Hey, what's up guys, Jackson here at Toasted DIY, and today we're going to be taking a look at the cheapest Updesk that money could buy from Temu. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So keep in mind, this desk right here you can find in about 20 different variants. You can tell they're all from the same manufacturer that is in China, and this one is from Temu, but it is shipped from a local warehouse. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this desk is from the same place that basically gets them in the US, because we did get it really quick. But this same desk on Amazon from some different sellers is going for about 130 bucks. This is the 55-inch variant in brown, which is really just like a brown multicolored wood. But yeah, it doesn't have any branding on it whatsoever. This one specifically is from Temu, the Relax Life collection, which is just the seller's profile. But we paid $78, and that was with tax and shipping. So we're talking over $30 cheaper than ordering this off Amazon. And like I said, at the end of the day, it is going to still come from the same place. So whether you like that or not, at the end of the day, it is the cheapest Temu desk. So to go over a couple of the specs on this desk, it is 55 inches long and 24 inches in depth. We got the brown top with the black legs. It's a single motor. It's 110 volt to 220 volt operating range, and the height can be adjusted from 28.7 inches all the way up to about 48 inches. And once again, after tax and shipping, the total was $78.94, and that's US dollars. And that is at the time of recording this video. I did notice that it has fluctuated since I bought it. Temu's kind of weird, and they just change prices all over the place. They obviously have a lot of coupons and stuff that you can spin for, crack eggs for, all kinds of random things. So you may be able to get this desk a lot cheaper, or you may get it for even closer to like the $100 price point. But our whole goal here is just to basically build it and then do some testing with it. So of course, one of the main features of this desk is it's not just a normal desk, it's an Updesk. That means it has a motor on it, and it can go up or down with the push of a button. So we do get like a tiny little LCD display, and as you can see, if you just press the arrows, you can basically manually move it up and down. And I will say it's pretty quiet. You know, we've gone through a lot of Updesk here at the office. I have one at home. We have probably about 14 or so that we've had either at the office or just in our YouTube career. And I would consider this one to be kind of the middle in terms of the sound. But as you can see, I've already made some presets. Like I can press number 1. That's going to take us to basically like the lowest point on the table. I don't know if you can change the units on here. Normally you can. You can change them between like inches. This might be centimeters or millimeters, probably centimeters. And then we have number 2, which I think is what it was just on. So that's going to bring us up to 86. And then number 3, which I basically just programmed to be pretty tall. But yeah, as you guys can see, it is pretty quiet. Now, of course, I got to talk about build quality. The legs themselves, they're metal. There's really not much more you could ask for. Honestly, almost every desk we've ever had, I've never had a problem with the legs. They're always very sturdy. Now, the top, this is definitely one of the thinnest desks we ever had. As you guys can see, it's maybe about half an inch thick. It is very obviously like a laminated particle board, and it is a 2-piece design. So we're losing a good amount of rigidity from that 2-piece design. Now, luckily, you have metal beams that go underneath here, so it's not terrible, especially towards the edges. Like when I'm pressing down here, I mean, I can put my whole body weight on it, and it's not gonna be a problem. Now, once you get closer to the middle, I can actually kind of separate the desk with enough pressure. Obviously, the way you're gonna be using this desk, you're probably never gonna have to worry about the desk like literally separating or any major sag, but you do keep in mind it's not a single piece, so you got a kind of ugly seam in the middle, although it's not super obvious, and if you put something over it, you would never know. Now, as far as quote-unquote features that we get with the desk, besides the fact that it can go up and down, we do get 2 of these little cable runners, so you basically can just press down, spring-loaded. Pretty easy to use. You can completely take them out as well. I mean, for some people, if you don't want to have these at all, there's not really a way to remove them. So that's something to keep in mind, but there's one on each side. They're identical. And then coming over to each side as well, we get a headphone holder. Obviously, you could use it for other things. You could use it for cords, you know, wrap your cord around and kind of let them hang for like headphones or controllers, other things like that. But we do get one on each side. They are just a cheaper plastic, so they're kind of flexible. The desk does have adjustable feet with screws. They are kind of like a plastic foot, and it came pretty well leveled from the factory. We didn't have to mess with them, but you can unscrew them or screw them back in to get taller or shorter. The desk uses the same type of motor I'm used to seeing on a lot of cheaper desks, where you basically get a single motor on one side, and it basically spins and it turns the gears for both sides in order to get the legs to raise. Really didn't take any calibration or anything, we just built it. This was a really easy build. You can see how you attach the desk together, and then obviously on the ends, you have these larger bars, and that's why I was saying the ends are pretty sturdy, but the middle is definitely the least sturdiest part of the whole table. Now, of course, one of the things we gotta test is how well it can actually lift weight with a good amount of weight on it. I honestly don't even know what it's rated for. I will put that on the screen if that's actually information you can find, but I weigh about 160 pounds, so I normally wouldn't recommend this, but I am gonna sit towards the middle because I can already tell if I'm maybe on the edge of the desk, I could sit on the edge, but if I'm sitting like in the middle towards the edge, this thing does not feel very sturdy. So let's go ahead and go down to number 1 first, and then we're gonna raise all the way up to number 3. We're going down. Not super quick, not super slow. I guess it's about where you'd want it to be. All right, now we're gonna go up to 3, 160 pounds, here we go. Oh, we're going, there we go. Now the desk does sometimes take more than one press of the button to go. I will say, very common. Almost every desk I've had, for some reason, the screen basically times out instantly, and then you have to press the button twice, essentially. I've had some desks that don't do that. I wish they were all like that. I really don't think people are usually gonna press I think it's kind of like a safety feature. Well, that worked actually pretty good. We got up to 3 just fine. I didn't really feel the motor like super bogged down or anything either, so hey, for that motor being so tiny, it was able to pick up, 160 pounds just fine, plus whatever this lighter top weighs as well. But I could see it being able to lift around 200 pounds just fine. Obviously, though, if you have 200 pounds, like just a big dumbbell like right here, I'd be more worried about the top breaking before the motor does. So guys, there's really not much more to this video. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a very simple and cheap Updesk. I want to know from you guys down below, would you go to your way to spend $78 total, or would you rather get like a more name brand like FlexiSpot from Amazon, which for the same size but a single piece top that's thicker, you're probably going to be looking at closer to like $190+, so basically double the cost. And like I said, not advocating for Temu. I know that that's kind of been I've had fun buying things from there so that you guys at home don't have to, but I'm not saying to go out of your way to support Temu and buy straight from them. But I gotta say though, I am gonna use this desk at the office, and I did save a good penny on this desk buying from Temu, so it's definitely cool. But I'd like to know what you guys think down below. We hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out Toasty Clips and Toasty Bros. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.